Good morning from New York. Today, a spiritual sickness called Trump for president. One has to wonder how any human mind could want to have Trump become president and overturn the foundations of our democracy. Let's look at possible motivations. One motivation is greed, thinking that getting rid of government for, of, and by the people would remove all obstacles to increasing one's personal wealth by not sharing the wealth generated by the people with the people. Another would be so out of touch with empathy for others, to be so out of touch with empathy for others, even empathy for oneself. The self-centered That self-centered defensiveness, felt as fear and hate, seemed like personal salvation. Greed is an illness, and definitely not spiritual in any sense, as it lacks empathy with others who might need some of what you crave. But why the bizarre, unhinged fear and hate? Well, simple damaged faith and love in various forms, helplessness around vital needs blocked by trauma, especially in childhood, yields buried defensiveness. This defensiveness, fear and hate being examples, was once too attached to helplessness to save oneself, making it too terrible, too anxiety provoking to feel. So the brain jumps in to save us by giving symbolic, distanced forms of the real situation that make it bearable. Uh, this symbolic distancing can take bizarre forms. If the fear was overwhelming enough, the degree of symbolization must meet the feeling. This displays as a distancing from reality, from when reality was too much to bear. This type of symbolic diversion from overly painful events or situations always bears the mark of the original trauma. It also creates an addiction to symbolic forms of the buried need in those events, another form of greed. Symbolic need cannot reach a satiation point and separates oneself from real needs in the present that too much resemble them. Religion was called a form of neurosis by some in the past due to the highly symbolic and irrational elements in it. An addiction to religion can block rational perspectives, empathy with oneself and others, and creative artful expression. Uh, Objectivity, compassion, and creativity as forms of love can help with this dilemma by causing the symbolic perspectives to fall apart as an effective defense. Thus, you see in many Trump supporters and in Trump himself a love of lies that support their over-the-top irrational views. They have stopped actually thinking, which is what happens in various forms of cults or religions. Can they be cured? Well, many of them can be, I think, and we should have sympathy for anyone suffering from such spiritual diseases. But to say that would mean for some of them in-house mental and emotional care, which they will desperately work against. They see evil as good and good as evil, and the flaws of the saner as equal to the near insanity which they display. What can we do about all this? Vote. Vote for sanity. Vote for Kamala, Tim, and the Democratic Party until this sickness is purged from the Republican Party and our country. But always remember the party that brought us Trump and cowed to his bizarre behaviors. Now, this channel is about bringing more empathy and awareness to all our conversations and behaviors, whether inside our minds or between many minds. If you agree, please subscribe, comment, and share, and consider joining our team. Until next time, may the road of wonder and sanity rise to meet you.